Oh wow, that intro ended a lot sooner than I expected. Usually the intro for the what do you call this? For the cooking segment lasts a little bit longer, but I guess not this time. I might have to look into that. Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. That's because I was what do you call this? I was using a different timer for my other one and now I didn't do that. Oh well. Now you know. Now you know. Anyway, hey everyone, welcome to the stream. Happy Valentine's Day for whoever's I guess celebrates it. For everyone else though who does not celebrate Valentine's Day, most people call it Single Awareness Day. Though there was one particular thing that I saw um, from someone I know. Let me see if I can pull it up on Twitter because it was a wild one. it was it was um it was a phrase I have never seen before. Where the heck is it? Um let's see. Nope, not that one. It's like Single Awareness Day is the one that most single people use, I suppose. Valentine's Day, Couples Day, Chocolate Day. I guess Chocolate Day is valid most other times. Let me see. I'm gonna have to credit this one because I didn't come up with it myself. This new phrase that wait, why is the translator not working? Oh, is it because I minimized it? Ah, there we go. There we go. I guess it's because I minimized it. All right. Okay, so this new thing, this new phrase for Valentine's, other than Single Awareness Day, other than Valentine's Day, other than Chocolate Day, and then Discount Chocolate Day is wait, is today still just Discount Chocolate Day, or does the next day count as Discount Chocolate Day? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure if they count it, but um, the other one, the other thing that people call this day is Happy Any Relationship Malcontentment Comes to the Surface Day. It translator did not get that. Let me do that again. Happy Any Relationship Malcontentment Comes to the Surface Day. Okay, you did not also get that, but a little bit better. Anyway, that's from Katie. Katie the Burger Lady. Uh, posted that on Twitter as what today is. Not exactly sure where she came up with it. I asked her who hurt you, and apparently society hurt her. I mean, I guess it does take some time to find the right one. Some of us may never find the right one, and we have to be okay with it. Basically, we have to be okay with it. And I am okay with it. Except though, whenever this day comes around, I am sorely reminded how I guess lonely, I guess alone I am, which also ties into the reason why I don't like telling people how old I am because it just reminds me how long I've been single for, which is very long. I mean, I get it. I get it. Um, here's the thing. I have been on a couple of dates before, and I mean, they were nice dates. I guess friend dates at best. Though at the time, I did try to get with someone, and maybe it was just me being young and whatnot. It didn't really work out, but and we really don't talk anymore. I'll be honest, they were kind of crazy too. So it's like maybe I dodged a bullet there. I don't know. Maybe I dodged a bullet there. But yeah. Yeah, it just reminds me I've never actually had a relationship, a romantic relationship in all those years I had been alive, and this day just reminds me of how much how long it's been. It's like I don't think about it, to be honest. I honestly don't think about it, but it's like I don't think about it on this day. Let's just say I don't think about it on this day, but I think about it on my birthday. So yeah, it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. Anyway, so today, hey Dark, welcome. Let me see, is the chat gonna show up? I know I had some issues with it. Let me see. Is this gonna show up? Did that I'm not sure if it liked that one in particular. Let me try the other one. Okay, I guess we'll have to do it this way. But anyway, Dark, have you do you have a significant other? I'm picking on you because you're the first person I see in chat. So, do you have a significant other, and also how long have you had the significant other for? I was just I was just griping that I don't really think about how long I've been single on this day. It's more like on my birthday that I do, and you know, apparently there's also what was it? What was that phrase again? What was that phrase? Single Awareness Day, Valentine's Day, Happy Any Relationship Malcontentment Comes to the Surface Day. Which, okay, I guess that makes sense. Happy Any Relationship Malcontentment, whether you're single or where you're not single, comes to the surface day, which I guess makes sense. I suppose that makes sense. And they promptly responded to my reply with "Society hurt them," and specifically the image of society um, that was present in the history of the world, which I, by coincidence, actually watched yesterday. Initially, I also watched the history of Japan a little bit before then, hopefully to get a reaction video out of that, and then I found out the reverb was on the entire time I was reacting to it, so I could not use that reaction. And it's like at this point, maybe I don't do reaction videos. Maybe I just don't do reaction videos unless it suits me, which if there's anything to say particularly, but I don't really want that to be a thing on the channel. The thing I want this channel to be for is games, my random hand cams that I don't do as often anymore, but I still kind of want to do hand cams. Um, shit post voice acting and Japanese lessons, which I haven't been able to pull myself away from Power World to do. So hopefully I finish Power World soon so I can get back to actually making videos again. Which is, yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Power World, I was breeding a lot of pals yesterday. And I guess I could probably make the timers on that a little bit faster so the breeding goes by faster, but I didn't think about it, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow because I think the farm especially needs like really fast workers, and I haven't gotten the traits I needed. It's like they're halfway there, but they're not quite there. Anyway. But yeah, today though, the plan today is to try multiple not Japanese, sorry. We did Japanese KitKats over the course of 1 year on this channel last year through the help of a Japanese snack box, namely, what was that thing called? Tokyo Treat. So we were doing that, and I figured why not see what other flavors of KitKats are there, especially for the US. I say mainly the US, but I do also have a couple of non-US Kit Kat flavors. And I just realized you really cannot see my hand here. It gets cut off the screen. So let me adjust that really quick. Let me also cut off this thing really quick so that, you know, in case I misalign this thing, we don't get into too much trouble. Just a sec. Is this gonna work? Ah, yeah, it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. My hand is behind the what do you call this thing? The chat bubble. So let me flip that. Let me flip that so you can see it a little bit better. Horizontal, flip horizontal. There we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, so the plan today was to try out multiple American Kit Kat flavors, though I did find 2 Canadian Kit Kat flavors, so they will be included in today. And I have to say, the 2 Canadian Kit Kat flavors that I did find were, I guessed, very Canadian in their Kit Kat flavors, which doesn't say a whole lot, but you will see what I mean when we get there. Um, and also because we are doing chocolate today, and chocolate tends to really screw up my voice whenever we do these hand cams. It's gonna be a short gonna be a short stream. And I say short stream, maybe between like 1 to 2 hours if I can pace myself that way. But also on top of that, I do kind of want to like balance out the sweet Kit Kat flavors with some actual food. Let me just kind of show you what I mean. The- So, as far as actual food is concerned, I do have a couple of options, though realistically, I only have one option. Realistically, only one option. Also, for anyone who's ever seen the previous hand cams, this is not my usual hand cam setup. I kind of wanted to try a different hand cam setup, see how it would be if we just did it on top of here, on top of the desk. I usually have a separate desk to do things. But it's like, why not try this? Why not try this? So we have two savory options today. That is really only one savory option. We have the 7-pack Kyushu ramen, all the way from Japan, with Nagasaki, Kagoshima, Oita, Miyazaki, Fukuoka, Kumamoto, and Saga Prefecture ramens. I wanted to do either a video or a stream on this at one point. We are not doing this today. I'm not sure why I'm showing this to you, but maybe to like prep you for a future stream. That may happen. Maybe not that soon. Maybe not that soon. Coincidentally, though, I do have some ajitama, the eggs that you get for ramen made. However, I don't know if I'll be able to use it with this, or I'm gonna have to make a separate batch for this particular. And even if I do stream this in particular, these ramen, I wouldn't. It's not like I'm gonna be trying all 7 bowls of ramen in one stream. That is just way too much. That is way too much. If I'm looking at this correctly, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't really see the numbers too well, maybe. But let's just say there are average of 350 calories each. 350 times 10 equals 3,500 divided by 2 equals 1,750. 1,750 plus 700, let's say about 2,250-ish calories of ramen. Okay, 2250 calories of ramen doesn't sound too terribly bad until you add 7 eggs, which is about 70 times 7, so 490. Let's just round that up to 500. 500 plus 2250, it was 2750. 2750 calories with egg. we're not even adding any toppings just because we can't really add any toppings. But if I were to add toppings, I don't really have chashu that we can add to this, which I would definitely would love to add chashu if I could, but I don't have any. So the next best thing would be beef, like, what do you call this? The what was that thing called? The strips of beef that you would use for Philly cheesesteak. I got like a couple boxes frozen of those for a buy one get one, and they're really really good for gyudon. Honestly, they're actually really really good for gyudon. If you can't find rib eye meat, that is really really good for gyudon only if you can get it a buy one get one. But if you can't get a buy one get one, then it's kind of like super expensive. Would rather just get the real meat itself, try to slice it myself, but you can't. I feel like you can't ever slice chunks of meat really really thin unless you were really really good with a knife, or here's the other thing, you have a meat slicer. So one of the two, honestly, one of the two. I'm trying to adjust the light because holy crap, I didn't realize how much I blew it up. That's much better. Anyway, so 2750 calories plus, let's just say, another 700 calories worth of beef throughout all the ramen, so that you're looking at 3450 calories of ramen plus beef plus egg. Very minimal. We're not even adding anything extra to it. We're not adding any negi, we're not adding mushrooms, we're not adding any of that. So we're not getting these pretty pictures basically of ramen, because all of these would just basically have noodles and the broth. I don't know if they have any dried scallions or anything. I doubt they do. But this is also a souvenir pack, by the way. Souvenir shop quality ramen of the Kyushu area from Hakata Station, which is in Fukuoka, for anyone who needs a reference on that. Also, there is... I'm kind of surprised. No, did they actually add the sodium content? Oh, they did add the sodium content. Okay. So the sodium content is this biggish number down here. It's I get it. It's a little hard to read, but let me just read it out to you. It is about an average of 62 grams of salt per bowl of ramen. 62 grams of salt is about 6,200 milligrams of salt in each bowl of ramen. I don't remember exactly how much it is in a regular instant noodle bowl of ramen, but I'm pretty sure it's not that much. And that is a lot of salt. And I would definitely want to drink all this broth because you cannot make this thing go to waste. So realistically speaking, if I were to do a ramen stream, I would only be able to do one of these ramen. And yeah, I don't think that's stream worthy, to be honest. Just for one bowl of ramen. If I was actually making everything from scratch and then we put one bowl together, fine. But we're not doing this today. I just wanted to show it off. Just so you know, I may or may not eat this off stream, and I may or may not make a video, and I may or may not make a stream out of this. But if I do make a stream out of it, maybe soon. I don't know when. Anyway, toss that aside. What is most likely going to happen after eating all the KitKat is that I might want to try this thing over here. The Kuro Mentaiko and Squid Ink. I got this from also Hakata Station in Fukuoka. As you can see, it is black as night. Mentaiko is basically spicy cod roe, so spicy cod eggs, which for the most part, all the times I've had mentaiko, it's really not that spicy. Nor can I even tell it's like like fish eggs. So anyway, the squid ink just makes it dark. But I kind of wanted to try this after all the all the sweet stuff. So if we have time and I still have the stomach for it, we might do a little bit of this. As I am, Dark, as I am. But this channel does have a little bit of reputation of being a little bit weebish. And when I say weebish, I'm talking about Japan travel, Japan language, just Japan stuff in general, minus the anime. We don't really talk about anime here, not because I don't watch anime, it's just there's no... It's not really an anime channel, though. I have been trying to catch up on anime, and also I haven't been watching anime for a while because it's been really, really hard to do. Anyway, so what we are going to be doing is trying some KitKats. But before we try some KitKats, I just want to guess from anyone in chat right now. How many KitKats, including in Canada, do you think there is? Now, I'm just going to give you a second with that because I'll be honest. I mean, if you think about KitKat flavors and the variety of KitKat flavors, you're probably thinking Japanese KitKats, and in Japan. Japan itself has at least 50 different KitKat flavors available at any one time. I think Japan has like 43 or 47 prefectures, and each one of those prefectures has their own specialty KitKat flavor, which kind of is insane if you think about it. But even if they didn't all have a specialty flavor, they also have different flavors of KitKat that is just ridiculous. And apparently they had at one point 300 or 350 total flavors released, both limited edition as well as standard flavors. So in comparison, American KitKat flavors are not quite as broad. 20 or 10? 10 is a good guess. 20 I would be very hard pressed to find. I think there are, if I'm not mistaken, there's 11 or 12 American KitKat flavors. However, I was only able to secure 10 today. So we have 10 American KitKat flavors and 2 Canadian KitKat flavors. So that's 12 total. There was one KitKat flavor from America that I was not able to get, and that is the key lime pie flavor. And I was kind of hopeful of trying that one because it kind of the flavor might, I haven't tried, the flavor might be similar to one of the lime ish flavors from Japan. They have like several lemon flavors, and there's a lime flavor, kabosu or something else. So I was hopeful for that one, but apparently that one got lost in the mail. I don't think I've ever had anything lost in the mail. So that was a first. Mexico, don't forget about Mexico. Here's the thing, I don't know if Mexico has any particular KitKat flavors. And just for full disclosure, all the KitKats I found were on Amazon because you cannot find this in stores. Some people have been hoarding the limited edition ones. And when I saw the Canadian ones, I said, "Hey, why not? Let's pick it up and try it." I didn't see any Mexican ones. However, I did see one flavor that you can consider a Mexican flavor, but I don't know how authentic it will be. So, yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna be interesting. But let me just kind of show you what we're dealing with before we get started. Because these are not a lot of these are not small packages. Let me just tell you that. We'll start we'll start small and then we'll go high. Okay. So, for American KitKat flavors, Some of these come in like packs of 1, some of them come in packs of 4. So I'm just gonna show you them in singles because I think it would be kind of what do you call it? It would be kind of too much for my desk otherwise. Let me just make sure I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know there's 8. Oh, here's 8. 8. Some of these KitKat flavors I only have like 1 copy of, but some of these other KitKat flavors I have like 4 copies of, and I don't really know what to do with the rest of them. So I'm gonna be a little bit of a loss when when that comes around. Did I get this one? Okay, you know what? That goes there. Okay, so these are the doubles. I see. I see. All right. So we'll start with the small ones. I'll show you the small packages, and then I'll show you the big package at the end because the big package is ridiculous, and I'm definitely not gonna eat all of the big package because it's gigantic. Basically, what's probably gonna happen is I try a few of them or one of them, most likely, and then send the rest off. Famous for hot sauce? Is there a hot sauce KitKat? I'm gonna check this out really quick. Let me see. Hot sauce KitKat. Is that actually a thing? Ah, there is a spicy KitKat. I'm seeing I'm seeing it in Japan. I'm not seeing it in, well, at least there's not one that's in Mexico, unless you're telling me that they mix KitKat with hot sauce in Mexico, which I can believe. I'll believe that. But whether or not they actually have one ready as that, that's a different story. And I'm looking for like ready-made. Yeah, I figured they would mix it with hot sauce, which, you know, I can see it working. I can see it working. It's just I'm not usually a fan of mixing hot spicy and sweet. Like, I know they'd like to do that with mangoes a lot. I like mango with chili powder and pineapple with chili powder. It's like, okay, that's neat and all. I feel like that's really not my thing. I guess I should try it at one point before I actually judge. I might actually like it, but yeah, yeah, it just seems wrong. It just seems wrong. Anyway, let me introduce the small packages of KitKat that we have first. We're gonna start with the really obvious one for posterity's sake. We have here, how should I present this? Usually when I do a hand cam, it's like from above, and you can actually see it. But I guess we'll do it this way. We have regular KitKat flavor, which we'll probably do first as a comparison. Regular American KitKat flavor. And then the one that's kind of like a Mexican stand-in, which kind of kicked off this entire thing, is churro KitKat flavor. Not exactly sure how this is gonna taste, but there's the churro KitKat flavor. This one is gonna be extremely weird and probably way too sweet. Hey Montauk, welcome. Churro one is good. You've tried the churro one? You've actually tried the churro one? Really? I've never seen the churro one until I saw it online, and it's like, wait, this exists? Where do you even get it? Where do you get it? Anyway, birthday cake. When do they come out with these things? Because I feel like the prices. Okay, do you want to know how much I paid for all the KitKats before we can before we continue? All the KitKats that I found, okay, all the KitKats I found on Amazon, I think total may have been about $150-$160. But I did it for you guys. I did it for you guys, okay? I did it for the content. Is there cookies and cream? Sadly, I could not find cookies and cream. I would have, like, I didn't find cookies and cream. There was no one selling cookies and cream on Amazon for some reason. And like I said, the key lime flavor never showed up, so it's like sad. Anyway, gas station? Really? Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. But gas station would be the last place I think of to get anything, you know? Unless I was like on the road, and unless it was a Bucky's, which Bucky's is great, by the way. And if I wasn't a Bucky's, I wouldn't be getting KitKat. I would be getting the beaver nuggets if I wanted something sweet, or if I wanted really something sweet and savory, I'd be getting the brisket sandwiches. Those are really good. Anyway, birthday cake just sounds like it would be super sweet. Why is birthday cake flavor anyway? It just looks like a bunch of sprinkles and stuff. Which, like, what the heck is that? Then apparently duos has been a thing in the grocery stores. I probably could have gotten this in the grocery store. I was too lazy to do that. So we have strawberry and dark chocolate duo. We also have donut, frosted donut, which I am not looking forward to, not because I don't like donuts, but I had 3 donuts today already from work, so that's yeah, that's gonna be sugar overload. We have another duo here, mocha and chocolate duo. So we might get a little wired. Frosted donuts. How do you find these things? Seriously. Dark chocolate, which is probably just chocolate, but a little bit darker and hopefully a little bit better than regular chocolate. We also have blueberry muffin, which seems to be a fan favorite in Amazon. Blueberry muffin flavor. We also have mint and dark chocolate. I know a lot of people like choco mint. I am a choco mint hater, so this is going to be very interesting. I know gas stations are American convenience, but American gas stations do not have a good reputation. Oh, I guess I have a double of the churro, so we're tossing that back. We're tossing that back. So how many flavors do we have here so far? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we have 9 different flavors right here. And I did say we had Canadian flavors, which are for some reason very Canadian. So for the Canadian flavors, 8? Was it 8? I thought I counted 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. That's 9. And I thought I had 12. I guess we have 13 flavors today. Never mind then. But we have 2 Canadian KitKat flavors. We'll just show it both at the same time. We have hazelnut crunch, Costillan aux noisettes. I butchered the French and I don't care. Also salted caramel, caramel salé, gooey fondant. Unless fondant means gooey, which I've never thought about before, to be honest. Does fondant mean gooey? But fondant's not really that gooey, is it? Wait, hold up. Is fondant gooey? Wait, fondant? This fondant's good. Hey, I'm looking forward to the Canadian ones. To be honest, I'm very looking forward to the Canadian ones. I have high hopes for these. Okay, let me show you the big ones. That's a little bit too ridiculous to show on camera, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's gigantic. So the 2 gigantic flavors that we have are lemon crisp. Look at the gigantic bag they gave me of the lemon crisp. How the heck? Where did these come from? Where did this gigantic bag come from? Lemon crisp and Witch's Brew. Witch's Brew, which is apparently a Halloween special. Halloween special, and supposedly this is like a marshmallow flavor, so this is gonna be interesting. Give me the lemon. I'm looking forward to the lemon too, not gonna lie. But we can't eat the entire bag, so I'm gonna like take 2 from this bag, and then the rest of these are gonna go to people at work. I'm hoping these are not melted by now, but they were in a controlled environment, so they should be fine. Should be fine. Hey Reina, welcome. Yes, we're doing the American KitKat. Weren't we talking about American KitKat? And that's what led to this sequel. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I'm pretty sure that. Oh my gosh, the Witch's Brew one smells so weird. So this is, I think, a Halloween edition, which is It smells like marshmallows. It really does smell like marshmallows. The thing is, it looks green, but it smells like marshmallows. And I think it's supposed to be crisp wafers in marshmallow flavored cream. That's what it says here, and you can't read it because the light makes it go out. So hazelnut is always good. Always good. Okay, we have one marshmallow here. One marshmallow. But in total today we have 13 flavors of KitKat, and if we have time and I'm not sick by the end of this, remember we still have this, the black mentaiko and squid ink curry. I've been debating if I wanted to eat this on stream or off stream, but if we're eating it, we're eating it today because, you know, I'm curious. I'm curious. And I also have rice ready just in case. Marshmallow. Okay. Here's the thing. We're gonna start from basic. Okay, we're gonna start from basic. We gotta do this first. And we gotta do the dark next. And then after that, you tell me which one to try. Okay? You tell me which one to try after that. But we gotta start with the basic so we can get a baseline. And I'm gonna be very, very sick at the end of this. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Okay. Alright. Oh, I think I also need to brew some more tea. Hold up. Hold up. Let me get some more hot water for the tea. The marshmallow with a ball chocolate inside? I don't think I've heard of that. I am very curious, though. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge marshmallow fan, but, you know, when you're a kid growing up and you get, like, a box of Lucky Charms, you really don't care about the cereal. You just care about the marshmallows. And also the marshmallows in, what do you call this? The hot chocolate with like tiny little marshmallows that's like freeze dried. Those are also nice. I think I like those marshmallows because they're kind of like crunchy, and the big squishy ones are also nice. But I don't know, there's just something about freeze dried marshmallows. You know, the dried marshmallows. Those are great. All right. All right. I'm gonna let that steep. It's probably gonna be too bitter, but you know what? We're also having a lot of sweets today, so. Happy Valentine's, everyone. Happy Valentine's. I wish I could like share the pain with you guys, but this is for all of it. Wait, to open, lift, flap, and tear. Has anyone ever seen this before? Lift, flap, and tear end? Wait, do they mean like this, or is it a different way? Because I've never seen that before. It works. It works. Okay, how soft is this? Okay, it's kind of soft. It's kind of soft. I don't want to get my hands dirty, so I'm just going to be eating it straight from the packaging. It smells like your typical American chocolate. I say that snobbishly because I'm used to eating the Japanese chocolates. But you know what? It works, right? It works. The smell is fine. It's not off-putting unless you're used to like really good high quality chocolate, then this might be vile to you. But otherwise, it's not too terrible. But let's get a baseline and see if it's still good. I haven't had a Kit Kat in a while. It's all right. It's all right. It's a Kit Kat. It works if you really want something, but it's not flavor-wise. It's not great. You know, it's not great. Oh yeah. By the way, how do you eat your Kit Kats? I know I just kind of did this, but sometimes I really do eat it like this. I really do eat it like this sometimes. And apparently this is the barbarian way of doing it. I don't know how you guys feel about that. But I'm just gonna put this here, just so you can see it. Remind me of my crimes right there. Yeah, I mean, regular Kit Kat is mid. What else do you want me to tell about it? It's normal. Break them, use the wrapper as a finger shield. Yeah, that's basically what we did. Break them into sticks. I'll break. We're doing a taste test. I'm not trying to eat every single one. Do you know how many calories each one of these packs is? Each one of these each one of these packs, if I eat all 4 sticks, is like 200 calories. I think that works out to about 50 calories per stick, which is a lot less than I thought. But we're just here to do a taste test. We're just here to do a taste test. Break it before opening. I didn't think about that one, to be honest. Which actually sounds like a very smart move. I wish I thought of it sooner. Too late now. You know what? This one's not bad. I mean, it's dark chocolate. Dark chocolate really doesn't have that much of a smell, or at least this one doesn't. Or maybe it's too... I don't know. It's okay. It doesn't have a strong dark chocolate smell, so I'm guessing it's like 50% or less. Probably 30% chocolate, maybe. I don't think they actually say. I know some brands will say 80% dark chocolate, 90% dark chocolate, so you know you're getting the real thing. And this one doesn't really say, I don't think. It just says dark chocolate, so it's like some small number. What? I gotta get the ASMR on. I forgot about that. Hold up. Here we go. I don't taste it. I don't taste it. What? It tastes better than the regular chocolate. It's definitely not milky. But it's not super dark. This is like lower end dark. To be honest, it's like lower end dark chocolate. If you want like a better tasting Kit Kat, definitely go for this one, because the regular milk chocolate is a bit of a meh. This one's better, not much better, but it's better. Well, some people will judge you on how you eat it. How do you guys eat your Kit Kat? How do you guys eat your Kit Kat when it comes in this format? Because I know some people like to break it off one by one. Some people like to eat it all at once, or like, you know, play the harmonica, chop it all 4 at once. How do you guys like to do it? Okay, so we did the first 2. Which one should we try next? You pick one, I pick one. We'll shuffle the order. Which one should we try next? Remember, we also have the Canadian ones here, the hazelnut and the caramel. We also got lemon, we got the birthday cake, we got the marshmallow. We got multiple duos, apparently. Mint, churro, blueberry muffin, mocha chocolate, donut, and the strawberry dark chocolate, which having tasted the dark chocolate, I'm not sure if it's gonna be that much different. Blueberry, I'm actually curious about the blueberry. Let's try the blueberry. We'll do donut after the blueberry then. We'll do donut after blueberry. Let me cue it up. Right there. Okay, blueberry first, because that's the one I saw. 220 calories for the entire pack. I am scared. How am I gonna store all these Kit Kats after tonight? How am I gonna do it? Break and save the Canadian chocolate for last. Okay, we will save the Canadian chocolates for last. We'll do this. I'll set that aside. We'll do all of these first, including the lemon and the birthday cake and the marshmallow. Why will this not open? Ah, there we go. It has a disturbingly purple shade to this that you would not normally see in any Kit Kats. Oh wow. It has a very noticeable blueberry muffin flavor. Apple pie missing from the collection? Yeah, I couldn't find any apple pie. I'm sorry. If I found apple pie, I definitely would have tried it. Reina, were you here when I said I tried to get the key lime pie, but they lost it in the mail? I tried to get the key lime pie, but they lost it in the mail. And I could have probably tried getting it again, but I didn't want to take the chance, so. Oh well. Yeah, it it was a heck of a time trying to get a refund for that thing too. So now I wasn't gonna try it again just in case I lost it. Anyway, blueberry muffin so far, just from the smell of it, actually seems promising. It kind of does smell like a blueberry muffin. The color is a little bit weird for an American Kit Kat, but it's also very light. If this was Japan, I feel like they would make the color a little bit darker than this, but you know, we're not judging by color, we're not judging by the smell, but the smell is promising, so I'm hoping the taste is also good. Looks like an eraser. Ah. Okay. Here's the good news. It doesn't taste like an eraser. The flavor of this thing is pretty mild, actually. It's a mild blueberry flavor. If you just munch into it, I can almost be fooled that there's even a little bit of breadiness that you would have in a blueberry, which is not what I was expecting. Now, that said, those are the good points. The bad point of this is, if you were expecting a eraser flavor, you're not getting a eraser flavor. The other bad point would be the blueberry flavor is actually a lot milder than I thought it would be. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that. I mean, if you really wanted a gigantic blueberry muffin punch, you're not gonna get it here. It hits the spot. But if you've had something like really heavy flavored that day, then this ain't it. Just get a blueberry muffin, to be honest. They wanted to emphasize the muffin part more. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like 50-50 in this, but both of them are kind of mild. Well, I say mild. That's noticeable, but definitely milder than I would expect. Because, you know, when you're thinking American flavor, or North American flavor in general, you're thinking like very strong, overdone flavors. It's not here, which is, I guess, a pleasant surprise, but also a little bit lacking in the kick. I can't tell if I'm disappointed or this is nice, but it's worth a try. I will say it's worth a try, and I kind of want to finish this, but if I do that, my vocal cords are gonna hate me more than they do now. Blueberry muffin. Actually, not bad. Let's try the donut next. Oof. Frosted chocolate donut. I'm not a fan of chocolate donut in general. If you give me a donut, give me like a Bavarian cream filled or strawberry, raspberry, whatever jelly filling that is. Give me a jelly filled donut or glaze. Just regular glaze, to be honest, is fine. Also, I didn't used to like cake donuts, but cake donuts have been really nice recently. And it's like, okay, yeah, give me that cake donut. There's like, the only thing there, if anything at all, is like a really thin glaze on the cake donut. Ideally, there's no glaze at all on a cake donut. And that is great. I just like the breadiness of it. It crumbles. It's nice. It actually feels lighter than a regular donut. I don't know why. But interesting thing about the the chocolate. What is this called? Chocolate frosted donut. The interesting thing about the chocolate frosted donut, you can probably see it really easily here. There are two layers, right? There is a chocolate layer on the top, and there's a white layer at the bottom. Probably the donut, the bready part on the bottom, and then a chocolate icing on the top. Do respect Mexico for putting hot sauce on sweets. Yeah, I mean, it's in the culture for sure. I just find it strange. I just find it strange. Maybe one of these days. I don't think I have any hot sauce. No, I have hot sauce, but it's like super hot. It needs to be something a little bit milder if I wanted to do that. So no hot sauce on sweets today, at least. Sorry. Would like to try it at one point. Anyway, this is gonna be interesting. Let's give the donut Kit Kat a try. Ah. It's sweet. I'm not sure if I'm getting donut essence though. I'm not sure if I'm getting donut essence. The bready part of the donut, I'm not really getting that feel or flavor. It just kind of tastes like icing, to be honest. But I've had worse donut icings before. It's not on the bad end of donut icing. It's definitely not on the good end of donut icing. It's in the middle somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. They try to emulate the flavor of the donut bread, but it just tastes like icing to me in this form. I don't know. It just tastes like donut icing to you too. Yeah, that's kind of my take on it. It's not bad if you like it. Me personally, it's just nah. Nah. I mean, I could pass. It's not terrible, but I could pass on it. I definitely could pass on that. Anyway, all right. Well, let's get this out of the way first because I am not looking forward to this whatsoever. The mint and dark chocolate KitKat duo. Now, who here likes choco mint? Because I don't. I haven't found a good choco mint yet. And whenever I say chocolate mint tastes like toothpaste, I always get told bad taste. And I'm like, okay, I get it. There are people who like it, but I'm like, I tried. Okay, I tried multiple occasions. I tried it in ice cream. I tried it in chocolate. Even the Japanese Baskin Robin choco mint flavor one, that one tasted like ice cream, 100%. Not ice cream, toothpaste, 100%. And I could just not separate it in my head. I'm hoping this is a little bit better. So I'm just gonna emote like this for a while until proven otherwise. Oh my gosh, that is a little bit more melted than I thought. It doesn't look super melted here, but it broke easily. So again, we have the double color, the dark chocolate at the bottom, the mint at top, and the mint color. I know the light is shining and reflecting on that. It's about the same as what I see on screen as what this is over here. So yeah, I guess if you really wanted to, you can use this as a strobe light. Maybe not a strobe light. What was it? What do they call those things? A reflector? Yeah, you can probably use this as a reflector on the road or a reflector on your jacket, shirt, whatever. They all will look like erasers. I feel like they will all look like erasers. I am almost certain. Okay, this one's weird. This one is weird. It does not taste like toothpaste. Not as much of a toothpaste as I would have expected. The dark chocolate tasted like this dark chocolate over here, which is pretty mild for dark chocolate. The mint portion actually not that strong, which is surprising. Like if the mint you get at a restaurant, I think it's about that strong, so it's not very strong. Think restaurant mint strength. So if you like that, you might like this. However, fusing the two here, I feel like there's no harmony in this choco mint, which is a little bit weird to say coming from me, a choco mint hater. Saying there's no harmony in this choco mint. It just feels like it's two separate flavors, and they never got to know each other well enough to mix. They're very much two different flavors living in the same foil, but still being very distinctly different from each other. Now, if you use the regular chocolate instead of the dark chocolate, it might actually work. better, surprisingly. But dark chocolate, I think it just doesn't mix well together. It's not bad, it's not great. That's the intention, two different ones. I guess, I mean, it is duos, but I would have expected, you know, I would have expected that to at least go together. Well, since we're on the duo track, let's go with all the duos first before we do these specialty flavors. And I'm hoping the mocha chocolate will at least be slightly better. Now, the mocha chocolate is not a dark. The mocha chocolate is not a dark chocolate. It looks like it's just a regular chocolate and mocha. I like mocha flavor, though mocha flavor tends to be hit or miss depending on who makes it, and I don't know how this is gonna turn out, to be honest. And coffee in general is just really not my thing, but mocha I seem to like. Again, two different colors. We have chocolate at the bottom, mocha on top. The mocha almost looks like a cookies and cream, except, you know, cookies and cream is white and black, so white and dark. This one is like brown, coffee-ish flavor, coffee-ish colored with a little bit too much milk, and you may not see it too well, but there's like speckles in here. Inverted donut. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's an inverted donut. And you can tell it's been out for a while. This has been, yeah, this has been in someone's storage for a while because the chocolate has started to, what do you call this thing? Bloom a little bit? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh. That's surprisingly okay. It's not great, but it's surprisingly okay. Like if I had to give a number to this thing, maybe a 7 out of 10. I don't really like giving out food like number ratings, but this is probably a 7 out of 10 at best. And only because I taste the coffee flavor. Now, I know mocha is chocolate and coffee mixed together, but I don't know if there's like a specific mocha flavor. If anything, you could probably have just made the top coffee and the bottom chocolate and call the whole thing mocha, and that would be fine. But I think they wanted to make like mocha flavor on top and chocolate at the bottom, so chocolate's a bit more. Again, the chocolate bottom I really didn't taste too much. But I tasted the coffee pretty decently on top. It's not a strong coffee flavor. It's actually fairly mild, surprisingly. And it actually goes really well. So far, I feel like this is the best KitKat in the entire bunch. Personally, anyway, I feel like this is the best KitKat. Have an idea for next food review? Let me know. Let me know. If you have an idea, I wanna hear it. Mocha duo, much recommend. Oh, I hope there's not actual coffee bits in there, because if I get wired tonight, I won't be able to sleep. Chocolate bars. I'm gonna have to think of that one, because chocolate bars could be. You're talking about like Hershey's chocolate bars and stuff like that. If we're doing chocolate again, that's gonna have to wait until another chocolate event. So strawberry and dark chocolate, I'm not expecting much from the dark chocolate portion, but the strawberry one I'm kind of curious about. So we'll see how this works. Yep, same base. I feel like all of these have the same, all the duos have the same base. Let me see, did the mocha one also have the same base? Ah, the mocha one also sort of does have the same base. So all of them have the same, all the duos have the same base. They're all like somewhat dark chocolate-ish. I wonder why. Maybe it's because it's harder. Maybe because it's harder so that the top part will actually settle down on this thing. I'm not entirely sure, but that's kind of what I figured. Strawberry smell coming from this is actually okay. My nose has lost sensitivity as I have been eating these chocolates, so I kind of have to like sniff it a little bit. And it seems to be decently fragrant. Definitely not as strongly. Here's what I've noticed in general. All of the whenever you open one of these KitKat things, for the American ones, you don't really get a huge whiff of the flavor. There's some, but it's not very strong. But it's there. With the Japanese ones, I have noticed almost every single one of them, has a gigantic whiff of fragrance coming from the packaging. It doesn't matter what the flavor is. There's usually some sort of gigantic whiff of the flavor. And I guess that's to prepare you for what you're going to be eating next, but sometimes it's a little bit too strong actually. So if you're one that doesn't like a strong fragrances, this might be actually okay for you. But I still feel like Japanese flavors in general, pretty decent. Not all of them are good, but they're pretty decent. Anyway, this one, strawberry. I was just making sure that there's some jam in here. They never do jam, so what was I expecting? I don't really taste a strawberry. And I don't think this is a fault of the... I don't think it is a fault of the KitKat in general. Because, in general, strawberry flavored candy to me doesn't really taste like strawberry. It's like there, but it's not strong enough to actually be present. If you want me to taste a strawberry flavor, I feel like you kind of have to use jam for it to get through. At least for me personally. If it's just a flavoring, I feel like you need to use a lot for it to get through. But if you use too much, it becomes a little bit overpowering. And here it's kind of like mild, pretty mild. It's not the best thing, but it's like an accent to the chocolate, which I feel like in general all the duos are pretty much the same way, except for the coffee one, because the coffee flavor is actually pretty strong. But these are an accent. The duo flavorings are accents to the chocolate. However, if you look at this entire thing, look how big the strawberry flavor is compared to the chocolate. At least just by color. You would think it would at least be 50-50, but when you're eating it, it's not 50-50. It's more like the top is 30% at best, and the bottom is like 70% of the flavor. And I just feel like it's a bit of a letdown because of that. But it's different, and if it's different from the regular KitKat flavors, so if that's what you want, if that's what you're looking for, because we don't have all the other international flavors, and I say international because there's also Canada and Japan. Yeah, I guess this is okay. Yeah, hello cutting stones. Welcome. I need more tea. Let me brew up another cup because this has gummed me up way too much. So we still have the churro, we still have the birthday cake, we still have the lemon, and we still have the marshmallow before we get to the Canadian flavors. And the Canadian flavors will be the last ones. Oh my gosh. Lemon! Okay. Lemon flavor actually is really good. At least when I had it in the Japanese KitKats, lemon flavor is actually really good. The one in Japan, they have like several different lemon varieties. They have the kabosu. I think they have a yuzu one also. And then they have regular lemon with sea salt. And another regular lemon without sea salt. But I think they typically use the sea salt. And lemon and salt is apparently a summer flavor. because that's I guess it's supposed to promote hydration and whatnot. And I think these lemon KitKats also. There's a lemon American KitKats are supposedly a summer flavor also around the US, though I've never seen any of them. The only ones I've seen in the stores are the duos, and not all the duo flavors. I am hoping the Canadian KitKats are good. Hoping. Okay. Which one should we try first? Should we try the churro, the birthday cake, or one of these other ones? Remember, Canadian ones are going to be last, and we'll just go in order for the Canadian. I think I want to do the very last flavor I want to do for KitKats. I think I want to do the hazelnut. So caramel is going to go on top. I mean, here's the thing. American chocolates in general just are not that great. Let's be perfectly honest. Let's be perfectly honest. American chocolates are not that great. There are a few good ones. I guess you can... Wait, is Lind American or is Lind something else? I keep thinking Lind is American. But I feel like it might be something else too. I know there's some good ones too. I think... No, I haven't had Russell Stover. There is... What was... There's a lot... There's... Rocher is Italian, so we can't count that. Is Toblerone American? Then again, Toblerone itself isn't really about the chocolate, it's about the nougat inside. Reese's is okay. I don't really prefer the... I don't really like the Reese's cups. I like the Reese's Thins. The Reese's Thins are actually okay because it's like nice, thin, very easy to eat. I like Reese's Pieces. I don't like the regular Reese's cups, which sounds weird because I like all the other type of Reese's except for the Reese's regular cup. And if you give me a giant Reese's big cup, I feel like that's a little bit too much. For me, it's too much. But Reese's by itself is not bad. It's one of the better American chocolates. If only for the reason that America is really the only place that I can think of that does peanut butters right. Yeah, we're gonna get to the birthday cake. Don't worry, I'm on a tangent right now. The nickel-sized mini cups. Oh yeah, the nickel-sized mini cups are also good. If you just want a little bit, if you just want a little piece, the small ones are also nice. But yeah, I guess Reese's is one of the better ones. I wouldn't say it's the best one, but it's one of the better ones for sure. Okay, birthday cake. I'm not sure what to expect with this. I'll be perfectly honest, I don't like birthday cakes. Most birthday cakes anyway, I do not like. If only because there is way too much icing. I don't know how you guys feel about icing. I do not really like buttercream. It's usually when people use buttercream, they use way too much of it. If you had, like I said, a little bit, the thin thing of buttercream, I think it would have been fine. I'm more of a sugar icing person or a whipped cream icing person. Those are nice, light, and I don't feel too guilty eating them. But too much buttercream, which a lot of people tend to do when they do birthday cakes. And I mean, think about this. There's like this much cake and then this much buttercream. It's like, what the heck? It's like 50%. It's like 75% of the cake is just buttercream. Like, well, that's way too much. That's way too much. And that's the reason, mainly the reason why I don't like them. Ice cream peanut butter cups. I don't think I've seen that one. Oh, maybe I have seen it. I just never actually picked it up. Yeah. Chocolate ice cream cake. I'll be honest. I also chocolate cake. I just is not my thing. Chocolate donuts is not my thing. I don't know. I'm more vanilla. I'm more of a vanilla type of guy. But this kind of thing, it's all right. In moderation, it's all right. A millimeter, maybe a centimeter. I feel like 2 millimeters tops, maybe 3. Okay, this one feels like it melted a little bit. But if you know the composition of white chocolate, it kind of makes sense why this melted a little bit. The bottom seems a little bit thin too. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe because this is where, oh, yep, that is already melting as I touch it. Let me see if I can flip this without too much damage. So here is, if I can get it without blowing out. Okay, here we go. Here is the birthday cake. As you can see, it is white chocolate with lots of sprinkles in there. Let me do a smell test. It smells like white chocolate. Not necessarily cakey, it just smells like white chocolate. So my expectations here is that I will be biting into white chocolate with little pieces of what do you call this thing? Sprinkles? And it will not have any cakey flavor whatsoever. And that's just kind of what I expect here. Well, let's see. I could be wrong. Yeah. Yeah. That's that basically sums it up. Though I did notice the wafer part over here seems to be a little bit thicker than normal. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, the wafer part over here seems to be a little bit breadier than normal, so maybe there's a little bit of breadiness to this birthday cake, but it's mostly about the sprinkles. Honestly, it's mostly about the sprinkles. And I don't really run into the sprinkles that much when I was chewing it. But when you do chew a little bit of the Kit Kat and you hit a sprinkle, there is a nice little pop to it. So I guess, but I feel like there's not enough of it. But then again, if you put too much sprinkles on this thing, it's also going to be not great. So it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's all right. It's not great. And my voice is dying. I don't think there's enough tea in the world to help me with all this sugar I've just consumed. Oh my gosh. All right, let's do the churro, and then we'll do the small bits, and then we'll do this one. The Canadian one. And if we have time, I really want to get to the curry. I really want to get to curry. Churro, yes. I'm not. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what to expect here, but I have seen some reviews say this is mostly a cinnamon flavored Kit Kat. So I'm half expecting there's going to be cinnamon-y, but we'll see. But you look at it. It says limited edition. I don't know when they released it, but there's limited edition. Do they have an expiration date here? Best by May 2024. So it's still good, I think. It's still good. So churro is very lightly colored, churro-ish all around. Let me do a smell test. It kind of smells like a churro, I guess. It smells a little cinnamony. But that's really all I smell. A little bit of cinnamon. I'm not sure what the other flavors are going to be. Probably white chocolate with cinnamon from the looks of this. It doesn't seem to melt that easily, so maybe there's not as much white chocolate here, but we'll see. Cinnamon. Cinnamon, not really white chocolate. It's not milk chocolate either. I'm not sure what this is, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the chocolate flavor here is. Honestly. Why does white chocolate melt faster? I could give you a guess, but let's look it up right now. What is white chocolate? What is white chocolate, Google? Tell me. What is white chocolate? White chocolate is essentially milk chocolate devoid of all cocoa solids. So, what does that actually mean? It is... Wait, why is this picture not showing up? It is, I think, mostly fat. I think it is mostly fat. White chocolate made with palm oil is 50% sugar, 15% milk, 35% hydrogenated vegetable oil. Commercial white chocolate is 50% sugar, 30% milk, and 20% cocoa butter. So that one has cocoa butter. And then Kraft white chocolate, 35% sugar, 25% milk, and 40% cocoa butter. So basically, white chocolate is sugar, milk, and some sort of fat mixed together. So there is no, I guess, there's no the cocoa powder, the thing that makes it taste like chocolate. It just doesn't have that. So yeah, it's basically that. It worse for you? It's worse for you in that it's mostly made of sugar and butter, or oil in some cases. So yeah, it's because of that mixture that it melts, and unless you stabilize oil in room temperature, it's gonna melt a lot easier. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Oh, that's the, oh. I thought I was eating the I thought I was eating the birthday cake again. This is okay if you like cinnamon flavored. I don't know if this is necessarily churro flavored. If they called this a cinnamon KitKat, it would have probably worked a little bit better. But calling it churro KitKat, I'll be honest. I don't think I've had that many churros to compare it to what a churro might taste like. But it's mostly cinnamon. To me, it's mostly cinnamon and probably white chocolate. That's what this is. Probably great for marketing. Probably a lot of things are good for marketing. But we did have a couple of good Kit Kat flavors here tonight. We'll review them at the end. All right. Let's do the lemon crisp first before we do the marshmallow. Lemon crisp thankfully comes in ones. I just have a second one here in case I do want to do that, but I don't think I will. I think I will not. Okay, lemon. Summer limited edition flavor, supposedly. Oh yeah, that is lemon. That is a distinctly lemon fragrance coming out of this thing. Not as strong as I would have expected, but it's definitely present there if you take a little whiff at it. Disappointment. Absolute disappointment. So, where do I start with this? This is probably white chocolate, as usual. The lemon flavor is very lacking. I was ready to have like a punch of lemon in this thing, and it just really wasn't there. It really just wasn't there. Like, it's kind of there, but compared to the Japanese KitKats that do the citrus flavored KitKats, like the yuzu, kabusu, lime, lemon, all that stuff, those were much better. This is barely there. It's not even halfway there. It's like they attempted to add lemon to this, but said 1 or 2 drops of lemon essence is good enough, and it's just not. It really isn't. You need to, if you want to make a lemon Kit Kat for the American audience, maybe put like an entire bottle of lemon essence in there so they know it's actually lemon. It's like it's barely there. I'm kind of wondering now if the key lime pie flavor one that we did not get would have been the same story, but this is disappointing. Where's the lamb sauce exactly?
Here's the thing. If they were to make a lamb sauce flavored Kit Kat, it probably wouldn't even taste like lamb sauce. Not that I know what lamb sauce tastes like, because I've never had lamb chops. They're too expensive. Way too expensive. Anyway, marshmallow. They can't mess this up, right? Witch's Brew. They call it Witch's Brew, but they should just call it like marshmallow Kit Kat, because that's basically what they say that this is supposed to taste like. Halloween flavor. Halloween edition. Oh, there was another flavor that I wanted to get, but I couldn't find anyone selling it. There was a pumpkin spice. Of course, how could I forget pumpkin spice, right? Pumpkin spice is like everywhere in the fall. In America, anyway. I'm not sure if it's the same for Canada. I'm pretty sure they don't do it in Mexico. But in Canada and the US, pumpkin spice is everywhere, at least during October. And then once October is gone, then pumpkin spice kind of disappears, which is like, why is it only for that 1 month? Then again, it is seasonal. It is seasonal, but I couldn't find apple pies would also been good. Apple pies would have been good. Okay, so okay, this one's falling apart. So this is the Witch's Brew one. It looks kind of sort of ish the same color, maybe a little bit lighter than the mint flavored the mint flavored duo Kit Kat that we had earlier. However, there is no mint essence coming from this. It is a slight marshmallow essence. So I am wondering if the marshmallow flavor is actually going to be here. So you could probably troll someone into thinking there's mint flavor, but instead you got Witch's Brew. It's okay. It's okay. Now, to its credit, I will say they did get the marshmallow flavor through. I mean, marshmallow by itself doesn't really have a huge flavor. It's either sweet or not too sweet. And most of the time when you get them from like packages, it's kind of on the sweet side because they added a lot of sugar to that. But if you don't add too much sugar to it, then you get like a nice squishy jelly-ish pillow, a nice squishy pillow, and a certain roughness that is characteristic of marshmallows. You kind of get it here, which is surprising because I wasn't really expecting it. So you do get a slight marshmallow flavor. Though I don't think they have any actual marshmallow in this thing. Wait, okay, so the ingredient list is on this one. Let me just double check. Let me just double check that they have any marshmallows here. It's mostly sugar, vegetable oil, palm oil. Okay, so there's white chocolate. Artificial flavor. Nope, no marshmallow in here. It's just marshmallow flavored, but if you actually put marshmallow in here, I think it would be much better if they somehow could sneak in even a sliver of marshmallow into the Kit Kat. I don't know how they would do it, but that's their job, not mine. It's alright. It's not great. 4 out of 10. 4. Okay, Canada time. Canada time. Please, give me something good here. Give me something good, Canada. Let's start with something that's totally going to ruin my throat. And when I say that, I mean sugar is not good for your vocal cords. FYI for anyone who likes singing, voice acting, or just talking in general. Sugar is not good for your vocal cords. If you eat anything sweet, have black coffee or decaf or tea with it. That way you melt away most of the sugar, if not all of it. That's why we have tea today. That's why we have tea with the chocolate. Any sweets in general That's a good thing. I feel like it's one gigantic bar of chocolate, so this is gonna be really tricky to like put away. So how do I do this? I don't think this is. Oh, yep. Okay, that's kind of what I expected. You see this gigantic thing? This is gonna be hard to store away. And holy crap! Look at how gigantic these pieces are. They're enormous. Wait, where is the... Okay, I just need a size comparison. Look at that. Here is the tiny ass American KitKat from the side, and this is the gigantic Canadian KitKat on the other side. The Canadian KitKat is like double the size. What the heck? What the heck? And I'm gonna have to figure out how to hold this thing because I don't want to get too messy. How do we do this? Okay, this is... Oh, okay. Oh, it's melting. It's melting. Okay. We gotta... Gonna borrow a little bit of foil here. A little bit of foil. From the lemon crisp. It won't contaminate, I'm hoping. Okay, so this is the... Oh, it's melting already. Why is it melting so badly? I don't understand. Well, we gotta do this quick, I guess. This is the... What is this? The caramel salted caramel with gooey caramel. I probably should have just taken one, but we'll do two because it's a bad idea. Can't really smell it. It's like regular milk chocolate, so nothing too different there. Oh. Oh. It's not oozing, okay? Let's be perfectly clear. It's not oozing, but the caramel is soft. The caramel is living right above this, above the wafers. It is salty, it is gooey. Maybe not flowing gooey, but it's there. And if you like caramel, you'll probably like this one. To me, though, it's a little heavy, but it's definitely a better quality than most of the American KitKats that we've had here today. And also, it melts like crazy, so be careful about that. I don't know how to handle this one. I think I want to put it back. I want to put it back because it's too much. It's too much already. Oh my gosh, that thing melted. I think I have to like wash my fingertips with tea or something. But that's good. Very rich though, very rich. So be careful of that one. Okay, last one. Last one. Hazelnut. I am hoping it's not quite as melty as this other one. It probably won't be gooey because it doesn't have any caramel in there, but I'm just hoping it's not too melty, because if it's too melty, it's going to be very hard to handle. Last one. Last one. Ooh, I'm just gonna break off one because two was too much. I'm just gonna handle this one manually. It doesn't seem to be as soft as the other one, but it's still melting pretty quickly. There is a appreciable scent of hazelnut coming off this thing. Basically the same as a Toblerone, so not Toblerone, a Rocher. You get the same kind of whiff from a Rocher like this one. I think the Rocher might have a little bit more a hazelnut whiff, but this is not bad. You might not really be able to see it too well on camera, but there's like nut particles all over the KitKat, which is a good sign that there is actual hazelnut in here. How strong is that going to translate? I have no idea. That's why we're here to find out. Let's go. Excellent. Very good. The best KitKat here today. Hazelnut KitKat. From Canada. It is heavy. It is rich. Is it a 10? I wouldn't give it a 10. I would probably give it an 8 at best. The reason why I don't give it a 10 is that it's good, but it's not like overwhelmingly good. But it is very good for a North American KitKat. And it just goes to show that the flavors that Canada has, the flavors that Canada do have, are pretty solid. Now, if I had to rate the caramel one, the caramel one, just out of preference, would be a 7 out of 10. This is an 8 out of 10. Both of them really good. It's just really what you like. But if for some reason, you're craving Rocher, but Rocher tends to be a little bit expensive for what you get, maybe go for this one if you can find it. Maybe go for the Hazelnut Crunch. Now, it's not really crunchy like they say it is, but there's a lot of hazelnut, like chunk hazelnuts, crushed hazelnuts in the KitKat. That's pretty satisfying. So, no complaints as far as that is concerned. But yeah, let's separate this from the good KitKats from the bad KitKats. Canada on this side, good KitKat. The churro one, I would put this on the not so great side. Let's just put good and bad. So this is good, this is bad, right here. Churro, strawberry, definitely on the bad side. Birthday cake on the bad side. Blueberry, actually pretty decent. We'll put that on the good side. Dark chocolate. Bad side. Regular chocolate, bad side. Lemon, bad side. Marshmallow, bad side. Mocha, good side. Mint and chocolate, bad side. Donut, bad side. So, if you want good KitKats, get the Canadian ones, get the blueberry muffin, get the mocha. These are pretty decent. These are pretty decent. This is really good. And now I need something salty. So, what time is it right now? It is about 9:35 here. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go for the curry really quick. I need something salty after all these chocolates. So let me just remind you on the curry that we're going to be trying today. This is what we're going to be trying today. The kuro, mentaiko, and squid ink. So mentaiko being the spicy cod roe and squid ink curry. Supposedly you need to heat this up in the microwave at 600 watts for a minute and a half. That means power level 6 for a minute and a half in your microwave, but we're not using the microwave today. I will be putting this in hot water, basically heating it in hot water and pouring it out once that's done. Alright, thanks for dropping by, Dark. Thanks for dropping by. So the inside of the curry pack is basically just this. It's just a pouch. And I can kind of see why you could microwave this, but if you want even heating throughout the entire thing, I think the water method is probably the best. Water method is probably the best. Microwave will get there really quick, but I do not recommend it. I do not recommend it. Oh, hot, 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 hot. But basically, it's gonna look like this. Basically, gonna look like that. I'm gonna get. Oh, that's hot. Okay, I really should not get these too close to the KitKats, otherwise it's all gonna melt. Speaking of the KitKats, I think if I were to keep some for myself, I would keep the blueberry, like all the stuff here on the good side, everything on the bad side. Excuse me. Too much sugar will make me cough really badly, violently even. All these other KitKats, I'm definitely gonna give these away as soon as I can. And I mean, that's just kind of how it is, right? The thing is, I get like weird food stream ideas. Sometimes it's gonna be reviews, sometimes it's actually me cooking. And I don't think I've done this setup before for any food review, but it kind of works for some things. It doesn't work for everything. Normally I have a table where I do my things, but I figured let's try this one today. And it's okay. I think it's okay. It's not great. It's not great. What kind of sucks today, though, is that I don't know how everyone's Valentine's is going, but this Valentine's just happens to be a rough one as far as things I can eat and cannot eat. So this is like one of the things I can eat today, and it just happens to be curry with basically no filling. It's just, I think it's just mainly sauce. Mainly sauce. And I don't know how long I need to leave this in hot water, but that's not going to be in hot water for too long, I hope. And it is decently hot. I'm going to leave that there for maybe about a minute more. But yeah, I would like to cook again on stream, but I don't think there's a whole lot I can cook. I mean, I did show you guys the ramen earlier. Let me show it to you again in case you didn't see it. So I had some ramen that I got from my last trip in Japan that I still haven't touched. This entire Kyushu edition, 7 different types of ramen. Still trying to figure out if I want to stream this or just eat it peacefully or whatnot. They all look good here, but you have to like prepare the toppings. You have to prepare the meat, you have to prepare the bamboo shoots, the scallions, the peppers, and all that stuff. I mean, they do give you noodles, they do give you broth. But if you want it to look as good as this, you have to make all the toppings. And the only thing I can really make are eggs and the chashu, and I do not have chashu. No chashu means we can't get fancy ramen like this. And I feel like it's a bit of a disservice to these ramen. So I'm hoping to do proper service to this before the expiration date, which is when exactly? Oh, crap! Technically it expired already. 1/13/24. Well, I guess that settles it then. I'm probably going to be eating these for the rest of the week. I'm probably going to be eating these the rest of the week because it's technically expired. I think it should still be okay. But, you know, some people say an expiration date on food and it's like, is it still okay? Most of the time it's still okay. Depending on how dry it is, but if you have anything that is super moist and it tastes or feels off, then that might be an issue. Just FYI. Well, no ramen stream, but maybe ramen videos if I do it. Anyway, this should be done. It should be done. Oh, that's not the way we open it. It's the other way. So curry. Mentaiko curry. I guess I can use the hot water for the tea. Let's see. Let me do this really quick. Using the same water you use to heat your curry for the tea. I don't know if that's a thing people do, but that's a thing I sometimes do. As long as the water is still clean, you know. It's still okay. All right, let's see what this mentaiko curry is gonna be like. Oh yeah, it smells like your typical beef curry, but it is dark. It does look like it has mentaiko in here. The curry itself has like tiny specks of what I assume is the mentaiko. Let me get that up to camera so you can see what I see. So you may see some specks here in the curry. That is, I think, the mentaiko itself, the spicy cod roe. And the blackness is because of the squid ink, is what I'm guessing. If not the squid ink, there's a little bit of squid ink in here. Here's the thing about squid ink. You really can't taste squid ink. Squid ink is like salty, but it doesn't, I don't feel like it has a flavor of its own. It's more like for color and a little bit of salt, but it's not anything special. It's mostly for color, to be honest. But let's taste a little bit of the curry by itself. Let's see that. Did not heat this enough, but I think it'll be okay. So I taste the mentaiko. There's a lot of mentaiko. Is it necessarily spicy? Maybe not actually. The flavor of the actual curry though is okay. It's okay. It's curry, and that's really all it needs to be. I don't think it has any particularly squid-ish flavors. Like I'm trying to find the flavor, but it just doesn't seem to be there. And there's a lot of curry sauce, so I would need a lot of rice for this to work. I think what would happen here is, if I have any curry sauce left over, it's going to be put in the fridge for later. I don't know if that's a thing people do, but I may have to because there's a lot of curry sauce. And I have not nearly enough rice for this. What you could probably do is like, this is enough curry sauce for 2 people, or this is enough curry sauce for about 500 grams of rice. That much rice. You don't want a whole lot of curry sauce in your rice. Well, I don't. Otherwise, I'm just eating curry sauce. I want like rice. I want like rice with my curry sauce. Not curry sauce with my rice. Wait, which way is it? I forget. Anyway, this curry has been sitting out here for... How long has the stream gone? 1 hour 45 minutes so far, so about that long. And the rice has hardened a little bit by sitting in the air for a while, which is not great. Use fresh rice. Use freshly heated rice if you eat any rice things. Unless you know it's onigiri, and then onigiri is kind of meant to be taken with you on a trip, packed, easy to eat, easy to get. It's still okay after a while. I mean, I guess at the same time, with onigiri, you it's kind of wrapped in a plastic or some other thing, so it kind of traps the heat, it kind of traps the moisture, so it's still kind of sort of moist after that. I don't know, but it's not as hard as this. This was okay. The squid ink mentaiko curry is okay. It's more of a gimmick than anything, to be honest. I mean, also to be honest, a lot of food, a lot of snacks that you find in a souvenir shop in Japan are kind of gimmicky. I mean, most of the time, what they'll do is show you stuff that is produced in the local area, and buy local and all stuff like that. And some of them are legit good. Some of them are just okay. And you have to figure out which ones are just okay. And figuring that out is really kind of hard when you haven't really having enough experience buying the stuff from different places. Now, some places have really, really good, let's say, candy, chips, or curry, ramen, that kind of sort of thing. And there are some places that you can kind of tell they're just trying to get a product out there so you can say it's from this area. And they're just trying to boost the local revenue, which, they kind of need, especially the rural places. Because rural Japan is dying. This one, though, I'm not sure where to categorize this as. I feel like this is more like, hey, Fukuoka is famous for mentaiko, so let's put mentaiko in this curry sauce. And to make it even more, not appetizing, but to make it even more appealing, let's add some squid ink to this. And then now you have black curry ramen. If it was just mentaiko and curry, I think it would still be fine. You have the gimmick there of the mentaiko being from the area, so it's kind of like, oh hey, yeah, it is mentaiko curry. But then you add the squid ink and it becomes like super gimmicky. It's like squid ink really doesn't add anything except for color in general. Like squid ink pasta, no effect on flavor. It's just black. But people seem to like to make a huge deal out of it. Adobong pusit, which is Filipino adobo style squid. Typically, we'll also use squid ink, but that's because they don't typically clean the squid parts from the squid. Like, I don't think we, I don't, when I say we, Filipino, I don't think Filipinos in general degut a squid. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I don't know if they degut the squid, but if they don't, then everything is there. Ink sac, digestive systems, whatnot. Everything is eaten. I know if you go to like a culinary school, sometimes they're really particular on how you prepare a dish. Shrimp, peel everything, devein it, do not keep the head. But if you eat at home, you keep everything, including the vein. And that's just kind of how it is. But for a restaurant, I guess for a fancy restaurant, they don't want all of that because it's I guess bad for the food or flavor or whatnot, or just it's just a standard. I don't know. So it's kind of like that. And some people, I mean, for me though, if I prepare squid, I tend to like to take out the beak for squid just because I don't like munching on that hard part of the squid. Squids have two hard parts. The beak area, which is where their mouth is, and the what do you call this? There's like a body tube cartilage thing inside. The bigger the squid, the harder the tube is, or that bone, I guess the squid bone. And on a smaller squid, it's there, but it's like flimsy. So that one's a little hard to get to without like totally destroying the squid. But on a cuttlefish, which is a bigger cephalopod, a lot easier to get to. A lot easier to get to. Anyway, this curry needed to be heated a little bit more. Overall, it just kind of tastes like a regular beef curry with a bunch of mentaiko and squid ink for coloring. I'll add a little bit more rice to this later to finish off the rest of this. Don't fall in there. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the differences between all the different North American KitKats I could get. Sorry we couldn't get the pumpkin spice. Sorry we couldn't get the key lime. Sorry we didn't try the KitKats with any hot sauce or peppers. But maybe another time. But yeah. Thank you all everyone for dropping by, and I hope you enjoyed that. I will be cleaning up here and getting some rest. So happy Valentine's Day to everyone. If you don't celebrate it, good luck. Good luck. See you guys, everyone. Bye bye. Have a nice rest of your day. See ya.